Next one is the subquery. Okay, as part of subquery, you have something called correlated subquery and the plain subquery. It is also called as a non-correlated subqueries. Okay, the non-correlated subquery is also called as scalar subqueries. Okay, and these queries are independent of your outer query. For example, see in the case of subquery, right? You have subquery. Some people they call it subquery or non-correlated subquery. If somebody says subquery, that means it's non-correlated subquery. Again, you can check with them. Is that a correlated subquery? They say no, no, no. So then it is nothing but the plain subquery. Okay. The subqueries are nothing but the simple scalar subqueries. Okay. The subqueries are independent of your outer query and can be executed independently. The subquery is executed only once. This is the beauty of the subquery. The subquery is executed only once and its result is used by your outer query. Okay, the non-correlated subqueries are usually more efficient because they only need to be, it has to be executed only once. The subquery can be used in various parts of your SQL statements. Like in the select statement also you can use subquery. What is subquery? Query you know very well. Writing a SQL query you know very well, right? I know the query inside another query is called subquery. So this is your another query, right? This is your query. Inside this query you have you've used another query. This is called your subquery. Okay. So in this case, this is called your subquery. One second, I'll write it here. This is called your subquery. This is called your outer query. Okay. This is called your outer query. This is called your outer query. Outer query, this is your subquery or inner query. Okay. Inner query or subquery, both of them same. Okay. So in this case, what happened? This subquery is independent of the outer query. This is nowhere depending on the outer query. See, this is called your inner query or subquery. This query is nowhere depending on this outer query. This is called your outer query. Okay. So that is the that is what called as non-correlated subquery. So in this case, this subquery is executed only once. Executed. Definitely, they'll ask you in the interview this one executed only once. The subquery will get executed only once. Okay. And the result of this subquery is used by your outer query to perform further processing. Okay. So in this case, right, the non-correlated subqueries are usually more efficient because they only need to be processed or they need to be executed only once, right, regardless of the number of rows in your outer query. So in this case, what will happen? It will find out the maximum salary of an employee. Maximum salary of maximum salary of all the employees, right? Let's say you get something like 500K. This is the maximum salary. This is only one value, scalar value. Scalar is single value. So this value will be used to drive the outer query, or the result of this query will be used by your outer query. So the result of the outer query is the inner query is 500K, right? This 500K will get substituted here and select the employees, those of them are getting 500K or so. So in this case, what do you need to remember when it comes to the non-correlated subquery? It is called as a scalar subquery. It is called as a scalar subquery, and it is executed only once. Okay, and this result will be used by your outer query. Okay, so because of this, right, since this query is executed only once, the non-correlated subqueries are more efficient because it has to be executed only once. Okay, so to summarize, what is a subquery? Subquery is also known as a nested query. We can call it a nested query or inner query. Okay, inner query or subquery, right? So it allows us to use the result of one query as part of another query. Okay, you can use subqueries in various parts of your SQL query. So what are the any areas that you can use this subquery? Look here. So in this example, this is what your subquery, right? This is what your subquery. But is there any way can I use a subquery in, followed by the select statement itself? Yes, that is also possible. Okay. And in the from clause also you can use the select statement. Okay. From clause also you can select the select statement. In the join clause also you can use the subquery. From clause also you can subquery. And join clause also you can use the subquery. In the where clause also you can use the subquery. And also you can use the subquery in a select statement all itself. Look here. In this case, this is my select statement. Column 1, instead of selecting column 2, I just did the select max of column 2 from table 2 as max value. So you can use a subquery in a where clause, in the select clause, you can in the from clause, even the join clause, you can use the subqueries. So what are the different types of subqueries are there? One is this scalar subquery. As the name suggests, scalar is a single value. Like the DAX, I have used this term scalar. Where did I use this term scalar in DAX? How many of you remember? I use this term scalar in the DAX, in one of the DAX function when I explain. Calculate function, right? Calculate function returns a single value, scalar value, okay? Okay, these are the three different types of subquery. And here, what is the scalar subquery? What is an example for scalar subquery? What we have seen a while back, right? That is the one. Anyhow, I will give you one example here. I just go here and show you here. Select e-name. Okay, what I do is e-name as employee name, comma e dot sal as salary. Employee, and then what we can do is where class, where salary. This is the normal query, we write it, right? So here what I am going to do is I want to display all the employees name along with their salary, or all the employees whose salary is greater than the overall average salary. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use select statement. Select average of, sorry. I just, as I'm going to give some, meaningful name for this value. See, the average sal, whenever you use any function on existing column, it will not give any column name. Okay, you need to specify. Either you can specify a column name here itself using as. Okay, but here I'm going to use it at the outside thing. Okay, average salary. Select average salary from employee. Okay, so what I do is for the time being, I just select this one. And here, for example, I'm going to execute only this one. Average salary from employee. What is that? It gives me null. Why? Select star from employee. Nothing is there. Yeah, I think I deleted all the records. Senior, no problem. I will just insert it again. Okay, now I think I deleted it for other batch. Okay, to the look at these other things, right? If I ask you to find out or list out all the employees whose salary is greater than the overall average salary of the employee, what you do? First, you check what is the average salary of the employees, right? what you do, you just usually we do it this way. First, you will find out the average salary. Average salary 2073. You just right, click on it, copy this, and then what you do is you put it here, right? And then if you select this one, it will give you these. In this case, six employees' salaries are greater than the average salary 2073. Yes. Mm, our salary is greater than, 2073. Correct? Yeah. It is more than 2073. Correct. But in this case, we have first computed the average and then the value of average. I just typed it here. Okay. This is not the right way of doing it because this is not a dynamic way of writing query. This query is not a dynamic query because you have hard coded. You just entered the value directly. What if after a month, for example, TCS, right? You have 7 lakh employees are there, close to 7 lakh, right? Every month or every once in 3 months, right? They keep ramping up the resources. So in that case, the number of headcounts will go. Hence, the average salary will also get changed, right? So in that case, right, this one will not remain same. This value will not remain same. Okay. So for that purpose, followed by the greater than sign, I have used subquery. Inside the parenthesis, I have used another subquery. So irrespective of the duration, right? Whenever you want to find out those employees' salary or more than the overall employee's average salary, this query is dynamic query. Anytime you can run. After 6 months also, if you're running query, it will work. But this one will work, but it will show the wrong output because 2073 average salary will be computed 3 months back. Let's assume that way. Okay. This query you executed 3 months back. 3 months back, whatever the average of the average salary of all the employees in your company remains the same as of now. Nothing, right? So hence, this query is more dynamic, where salary is greater than. So instead of using this value directly or executing, so in one go, I just mention average salary from employee. First you compute this one dynamically, right? On the fly you compute this, and the output of this one you can use it for your outer queries. In this case, this query gets executed only once. Okay, and look here, I just execute this one as okay something. Select. Okay, I just no. Select average is correct only, right? Sorry, here you don't need it. Here you don't need it because, sorry, extreme zero. Okay, this is the one. All you need is just the maximum salary, right? You can just give it here. Okay, look here. This one, the output of this one and the output of this one, if you see, or both of them should be same. The first query, we have hard coded it, 2073. How many? 6 records. Forget about this one. Okay, when you see this query, third one, right? So 6 records. The first one, 6 records, same as this one. And both these two queries, right? This query and this query produce the same output, but this is not, this is static one. Okay, as the time changes, right? This will not work. This will not produce the output. Instead, you can use this one after 6 months, after 1 year, irrespective of the time, right? When you execute this query, this one will give you an accurate result. So in this case, the subquery get executed only once. Okay, this is the one, but and also it returns only one value. That value will be used by router query to do the filtering, and that is how this one works. Got it? So this is one example for your uh, non-correlated subquery. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. 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 One more example, right? I'll just show you. Look here. I'm going to use the same thing here. E-name from employee. Sorry, I shouldn't have done this. For example, you just want to see the, the employee name, not the salary. I just remove this and only one value you want to return it from employee table, where the depart number, okay, depart number is equivalent to, okay, for example, somebody wants to know, okay, display all the employees whose department, whose department location is London. Okay, whose department location is London. Department location is not available in employee table. Hence, you need to query your department table because the department table have the location detail here. Okay, for example, I just show you that one. Select star from depart LOC, right? So here what I'm going to do is, so I want to display all the employees who belongs to the department wherein it is located in New York. Let's say that way, okay? So in that case, I just say select D name, or find out the employee's department name where the location is New York. From depart where the location is equivalent to New York. And here I need to close this one, right? This is a subquery. This is the subquery, and the other one is the outer query. I just execute this query and see what is happening here. So in this case, yeah, New York, in the New York location, we have a department by the name of research. In this research department, what all the employees are working here? Okay, the research to data type int. Oh, okay, okay. Here the depart number, right? Okay, okay. What I do is, or else I just put depart number. What was the mistake I did it? In the subquery, I have used the department name, okay? Whereas here I have used the depart number here, right? So because in the employee table, we don't have the location name here, and department name also is not there. So the only way out is you can retrieve the things like this. Okay, what is your question? You want to retrieve the D name also. How can I do that? Yeah, if you do this, you think it will work? It will not work. Why? Only one expression can be specified in the select list when the subquery is not introduced with exist. Okay, we have another, the operator called exist. With that, we can find out, okay, whether you have any employees are living in New York or not, right? So we have something called exist operator. Let us try depart number. We are not supposed to use depart number. Where exist, we say, depart exist. So even in this case, yeah, it is working fine. The employee name, okay, but the department name is not displaying here because though it fetches the department name, right? It is not available in this one, hence it is not showing that one. Okay, so New York, but this is not showing the correct thing, but this is the one shows the correct thing. But here in the subquery, right, you have to use only one column here. The reason is here you don't have the department name. Ideally, we can use the department name, but here, you don't have the department name available in the employee table. Okay, don't worry, that can be achieved with join class. With that, we can do it. Okay. So these are the employees are working in the New York location. Now, if you want to find out their department name, how do how do you find out that? Is there any other way we can find out their department number? That is an assignment for you. Give it a try. Okay. So display the employee name and then their corresponding department name. Okay. Where the location is New York. Okay. Hence, obviously, you need to use two different tables because the location is not an employee table, right? Okay. Yeah, this is the one I gave you the example, right? Look here. So here the location, this is also another subquery. So in this case, this subquery returns only one value. Okay, only one value. Because in our example, each department is assigned with only one location. Okay. Okay. So okay, I just show you another example. So the average, right? Average, so I just take this one. I'm going to increase the complexity a little bit more. Average salary from employee. Okay, for example, we want to find out the employees whose salary is more than the average salary of sales department, not the overall average of the employee table. Okay, we want to find out. See, first one gives me display all the employees whose salary is greater than the average salary of all the employees. Next question is, okay, now you give me the average salary of the sales department. Okay, right, and list out all the employees whose salary is greater than the sales department employees average salary. So in that case, what you do? What logic we can write it here? Select average salary from employee. Okay, where I'm going to write where depart number. So this is purely your IQ only. Okay, if you say I don't understand, then something wrong with your IQ. So start with simple one, and then you need to practice it. Okay, how to write multiple subqueries. Where select depart number from depart table, where D name is equivalent to, for example, we have sales is there, right? I'm not sure if sales is there. I'll just okay, we will execute it. Let's see what happens. So from depart where D name equal to sales. Sorry, not D name. Job, right? Job. Wait. Select star from employee. Where is that? Here, sorry, you have job, right? Where job equal to salesman. Okay. And department, 1 second. In the department, we don't have the sales column. Sorry, the department name is there, right? Yeah. You can use the department name here. In that case, I should be knowing it. Select star from department. Sales department is there. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just go and modify this query where D name is the department name is equal to all, you need to give say capital sales. Okay. And yeah, we will execute this one. Syntax near. Okay. For this one, there is no corresponding closed parenthesis. Oh, no. This is okay. This is for this one. And for that one, we have to use another closed parenthesis. Correct? How do you use that there? What is the error? Can someone tell me why it is incorrect syntax near line 201? 201, we have some issue here. What is the issue? Can someone tell me? What is the issue here? Why we are getting an error here? So you need to be good at troubleshooting also. Yes, you are partially correct. Hmm. How about others? What is wrong here? That is what the question now. Where salary is greater than select average salary from employee, where depart number is equal to select depart number from depart, where D name equal to sales. Simple. One more parenthesis should be there, right? Yeah, you are correct. Now it is doing correctly. Wherever you use the open parenthesis, you need to make sure there is a corresponding closed parenthesis. For this one, yes, I put the, and for this one, there is no, right? Because for this subquery, the outer query is this one. For this subquery, the outer query is this one. Okay, this is called your nested subquery. And this is another example for, see, in the sales department, what is the average salary? You need to find out that one directly, test it. Okay, and then you test the output produced by this query. Okay, this query is perfectly working. So this query is slightly complicated, this one. This is pretty straightforward, but here, we need to rewrite the query, subqueries, okay, to make it dynamic. So this is called your the non-correlated subquery. Okay, this is an example for non-correlated subquery, and it is also a the scalar subquery, and it is also called as a nested subquery because we have subquery inside another subquery. So this subquery is inside another subquery, and again this subquery inside another query. Okay, subquery inside a subquery is called a nested subquery. Okay, and then the next one is the multi-row subquery. See, we have seen what is the scalar subquery, and nested subquery we have seen. Next one is the multi-row subquery. Okay, scalar nested subquery and multi-row subquery. So not all the time the subqueries will return only one value. Okay, there are situations you may have to return more than one value also, right? So in that case, your subquery will return more than one row. So will this subquery will work? For example, you want to find out the employees, those are not working in a specific department and whose salary is more than any of the employees working in depart number 30 or something like that. Okay. I just write the problem statement here. For example, find out the employee, who are not working in depart number, some number, okay, 30 in this case, okay, and whose salary is more than any employee. Here I am using any, okay, employee working in, sorry, working in depart 30. Okay, and here I just use the same query in the interest of time. And from employee, where I'm going to say where the depart number not equal to, look here, exclamation sign and equal, okay, not equal to 30, and you can use and directly, okay, and salary is greater than any, okay, and here I'm going to do select. This is a little bit, complicated one, distinct salary from employee. Okay, look here, I just execute this one. Select distinct salary from employee, depart numbers 30. Okay. So maybe in the same department, 30, same salary drawn by other person, but I don't want the repetition of each and every value. Take only the unique value. And then, so look here, in this case, it returns more than one row. Hence, I put any clause here, okay? Since this subquery returns multiple row, I used any in the where class, okay? But again, the question here is find out the employees who are not working in department 30 and whose salary is more than, which means, right? So other than the employee, the depart number 30, whose salary is more than the employee working in department. See, this is little bit very tricky one, right? We execute this one, you see that these guys are not working in department 30, but their salary is more than any employee working in department 30. Got it? This is a little bit tricky and difficult to understand. So what you do is you can execute each query one after the other, then you find it out. Okay, so 9. But so in the case of where clause, right? I need to use a subquery wherein the outer query should check each and every value of your inner query, right? So in the multi row, you will have multiple row. Still, your subquery should work, or your subquery result should drive your outer query. So in that case, any class. This is one of the examples for multi-row subquery. We have seen what are the three different types of subquery that falls under non-correlated subquery. One is scalar subquery. As the name suggests, it returns only one value. As the name suggests, it returns more than one row. And here, a subquery inside a subquery inside a query, that is called your nested subquery. Okay. Next one is the correlated subquery. I just stop this.